think it's recording. Hello everyone and welcome to my brand new video today. In today's video, I have something that is quite unbelievable to share with you guys, but I'm pretty sure you guys already know what I'm going to be discussing because it's been blown out of proportion and it's become quite controversial. So I was just like, okay, let me sit down and just sort of discuss it with you guys and see what you think. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. And I've got my glass of wine over here because I'm lying, it's not even wine, it's actually apple juice because just, yeah. I am going to be discussing this week's latest and greatest headline. And no, it isn't coronavirus, the deadly disease and how we all might die and how human life is at the brink of extinction. It isn't even close to that. You guys, everyone is making a huge fuss about Drake's baby. Yes, this adorable little cutie right here. Can you believe it? So that is exactly what I'm going to be discussing in today's video. Because this is the mixed series, I am going to be trying to educate you guys on mixed race people and why we look like the way we do. I think it's very important, and because I'm mixed race, I can give you guys that kind of advice. I am very knowledgeable on the subject, and also I am going to be reading out very mean comments that some people have been saying about this gorgeous baby. I don't really want to read them out, but I just feel like some people need to know what goes on in other people's brains when it comes to this topic and how ignorant and mean they can be towards a baby. You guys, this is a little baby. It isn't an adult. How effed up is that? But I'm going to be reading that, and if it offends you, well, yeah, it really does offend me too. Also, a new video will be released this coming Sunday, and it's all about my hair. So definitely tune in to that video. So without further ado, why don't you like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Instagram if you want to get the latest updates of my next brand new video and all that jazz. So, let's begin the video. As most of you know, Drake has announced that he has a little baby called Adonis, and I think he's 2 years old. Okay, firstly, what kind of name is Adonis? Is it a Greek god? I'm definitely going to have to check that out. It sounds like an insurance page, you know, Yellow Pages or something. Adonis, or a cab service, no offense, but it's just it's just not a name that I would pick for my child, but each to their own. So let's get into the main topic, you guys, and this is very much centered around colorism, but in sort of a reverse way. How weird is that? So Drake released a photo of him holding his adorable little baby boy Adonis, and also you could see the baby mama. I think you pronounce it Sophie Brousseau. I don't know. I need to brush up on my French, but something like that. And she's a porn star or whatever. Okay, that's another thing, you guys. Imagine growing up knowing that your mum was a porn star. I don't even care, you guys. I just, if I'm not even gonna say you do you, because that's just I just can't handle that, but I'm just gonna sip my tea and be okay, because yeah. Anyways, the central theme of this whole kind of topic was the fact that this baby, Adonis, does not look like Drake and does not even look like the mum, but more so Drake. Because in other people's eyes, I just feel like Drake is black, especially to the black community. They just deem him as black because, you know, he's all about the culture. He's a rapper and everything, and that's stereotypically known as being a black thing. And I don't really know what people were expecting when he conceived a child with a white woman who's fully white. And mind you, he is half black, you guys, and half white. And people then are commenting that why isn't the baby darker? And this just shows the ignorance of society when it does come to mixed people. Drake is 50% white, you guys, and the mother is 100% white. The baby is going to be 75% white and 25% black. So in all honesty, the baby is more white than black. So therefore the baby can turn out whatever color it likes. That's how genetics work. Like, it isn't anything to be surprised about. And also, let's take into consideration that Drake's mother herself is like a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes. And I love how the fact Drake attached a photo onto his announcement showing the world his baby. He also attached a photo of his dad and his mum, and I felt like that was a really clever move, so then people can sort of compare the baby to the grandma and be like, oh yeah, maybe the baby resembles the grandmother and is sort of like a throwback. I thought that was quite smart, because I definitely know that Drake must have been very nervous about showing the world this very white baby, and people sort of going, he's not yours, he doesn't look like you, he looks like an albino, and that's just, it's really unnecessary, you guys. Like, I totally understand the shock from the fans, but Drake isn't black, you guys. He is mixed race, and it can go any shape or form, any way it likes. Genetics aren't politically correct. Always remember that. Let me give you a little bit of like my own example. So my grandfather, he is blonde haired and blue eyes. Like, he looks freaking Aryan, you guys. And like my father, he would then have the recessive gene of blonde hair and blue eyes. So it's going to always be in his genes. So that means if my dad was to marry really anyone of any color, his kids could come out with blonde hair and blue eyes. And they will more so come out with blonde hair and blue eyes if he like married a white woman with blonde hair and blue eyes, you guys. That's just how it works. And also, like, when I was a little baby, my hair was very like golden and very fair and was like a darker shade of blonde, you guys. So that definitely came from my dad's side, my grandfather and his grandfather and everything like that. It's just how genes work. And that's the incredible thing about mixed race people, is that they can go either side. Genes are a very mysterious thing indeed. So I was watching a video on this channel called It's Aloha or something like that.
I am Eloho.
She also speaks about race issues and all that kind of stuff, and I really do love her videos. They're very insightful. She was saying like, you guys expected Blue Ivy to come out like very fair skinned, light eyes and like very sort of Eurocentric hair, but like when it comes to Drake's child, you expect this mixed race guy who's like half black and half white to then come out with like a black baby. It isn't really going to work, you guys. It is possible that the baby could have come out very dark, even darker than Drake. It is 100% possible. But in these circumstances, not necessarily. The baby is mostly white, you guys. Therefore, it's mostly going to be attributed with whiter features, more Eurocentric features than black features. And I kind of noticed a type of anti-whiteness in this. Honestly, you guys, it's kind of like people don't want Drake's baby to be white. And is this because of the sort of arena that he associates himself with? That he's mainly with like the black culture, and people just kind of ignore his whiteness, that he is half white, that he is half Jewish. Like, he is exactly like my dad. My dad is like part Jewish, part black, you guys. I don't know, Jewish blood is also pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. But we definitely have to educate ourselves and realize that this baby is mixed race itself. It has like one white mother and a father who is half black and half white. So like, dude, don't be surprised if it comes out with even red hair and green eyes. You know what I mean? Expect the unexpected when it comes to mixed race people, because we don't, like I said in my last video about my experience of being mixed race, I said like, don't really base race on maths. Don't be like, because you're half black and half white, you're going to have like skin color that's right in the middle or whatever. You could come out looking like anything. I'm being dead serious, and people need to sort of accept that and not be rude about it. And also, touching back onto the whole Blue Ivy thing, of how like people expected Blue Ivy to come out with like fair skinned, light eyes and everything. Why must women always be the ones having fair skin, light eyes, Caucasian long hair? Like, why? Because Drake is a man, he's seen as like a black man, people then are fine if his child comes out very dark skinned. Is this like an element of sort of colorism and misogyny, like towards black women? Just think about it, you guys. It's kind of messed up. And this is the same narrative I hear all the time, and people don't realize it, but it's much, but like, it puts a lot of pressure on women, especially dark-skinned women, black women, to look a certain way, to look more like their European counterparts when they're not European. They're something else. They're black. They're from African descent. So it just doesn't make sense. Like, make it make sense. But it doesn't. Right now, I'm going to read out some of the comments that I've been seeing underneath Drake's post, and these are very, very offensive, you guys. I didn't even want to read them out, but I just thought that we need to become aware of the malice in this world and how some people view mixed race people, because some people don't even want us to exist. They think that we're sort of like tainting mono ethnicities. I've heard this narrative before, and the fact that this baby came out lighter than expected is just stupidity and ignorance, you guys, at the end of the day. People feel the need to attack him like an innocent baby that hasn't done anything. So I'm going to go ahead and read these comments, and I really do want you to sort of reflect over them and just see how really horrible people can be. So I'm gonna read them. So one person said, he was really hiding his kid from the world. Look at that N, he really ain't seen sunlight. Skull emoji ×2. Wow. Another person said, DNA test pending. I think Drake already actually did a DNA test. That's why he can confirm that Adonis is his son. Another person said, that's defo not his kid. Well, it is. It's his kid. He did a DNA test. And also, although some people think that the kid doesn't look like him, I'm like one of those people who can see a little bit of a resemblance of Drake, especially the nose, but that's just me. Another person said, neither of them have blue eyes though. So obviously this is in reference to the parents. Like, I know that neither of them have blue eyes, but just look at Drake's mum, and Drake has the blue recessive gene in him. So like, the child could definitely have blue eyes, even if Drake doesn't, because he carries the blue gene in him. But yeah. Another person says, the kid is probably albino. Leave him alone. Yeah, just because he's very pale and all of you guys thought he was going to come out looking black. Wow. You know what? In fact, stay in biology class and learn all of these things, and don't be so stupid and ignorant. You know what I mean? Like, stay in school. Okay, another one said, oh my gosh, this one really annoyed me, you guys. It said, I would be pissed if my son looked like that. That child is beautiful. Like, really beautiful. And I'm not just saying that to sort of empathize with the situation. That child has very, very unique features, and I will be proud to call him my son if he was my son. So like, yeah. Oh my gosh, another person kept on saying, is he albino? Another one said, don't think he's the father, meaning Drake. Oh my gosh, okay. So this other comment has British slang words that some of you may not know if you're not from England. But someone said, Ute is butters. So that basically means that the young child is ugly. Yeah. Not nice. Like, these are grown up people who are saying that to like a child who hasn't done anything to them. Wow, check yourself. And these are the same people who possibly have kids themselves, or are going to have kids in the future, and they're going to raise these kids to be vile bullies like their parents. Crazy, crazy. Okay, another person says, rah. Okay. No, but obviously it's the reaction. Rah, how can one little Ute be so clapped? So it basically is saying, how can one young child be so ugly? All right, I'm going to stop reading these comments because they're very, very just, I don't know, they're just not lifting up my spirits. Okay, it's down there. It's just not lifting up my spirits. First of all, no wonder why Drake didn't want to show the world his baby, because he knew that people were going to come up with these horrible, vile comments towards an innocent, pure baby. Like, you guys, watch what you say, because that baby could see all of these mean comments in the future, and you don't know what it will do to that kid's self-esteem, you guys. Like, just be careful of what you say to people, because it will be ingrained within their subconscious. They'll remember it forever. And yeah, and it's a kid. Like, what is wrong with you? It's a kid. But I totally understand why Drake didn't want to show the baby, because I wouldn't if I had that sort of, if people had that kind of perspective towards me and my life. Yeah. But thank you so much for watching this video, you guys. I just thought I should touch on this subject since it's very like hot right now, and people are so shocked that a mixed race guy who is 50% white could have a baby looking like a white person. Like, oh my gosh, that's like frontline news. No, it really isn't. It isn't at all, you guys. So yes, thank you so much for watching this video. It's really quick. I have to go back and do some studying right now. I'm definitely going to put a video out this coming Sunday, so definitely check that out. It's going to be all about my hair and how I got it to be like this and stuff. So yeah, and also why don't you like, comment and subscribe to this channel and everything. And I hope you guys are staying safe during quarantine and just having fun and whatever, you know, keeping yourself productive. I don't know. But yeah, I will see you guys later. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye.